I'll take a hypothetical example for you all so that you'll understand it. So what does this para actually does? It is not only this much. There is one more part over here that I'm going to explain you after the example. Example says an asset of rupees 1 lakh. Firstly, we depreciated it on the basis of WDV at the rate 10% for how many years? For 5 years. Okay. We'll take few years only. For 3 years. Okay. We'll take 3 years. Okay. So firstly, we'll write asset value 1 lakh rupees. We'll write less depreciation at the rate 10% comes to rupees 10,000. We get 90,000, which comes WDV. We again let's do depreciation at the rate 10%, which comes to rupees 9,000, and then finally we get 81,000 as WDV. Then we again do depreciation at the rate 10%, and we get 8,100, which comes to rupees 72,900 WDV. So this is the WDV, and the total depreciation is 10,000 plus 9,000 plus 8,100. So it will be clubbed together and we'll get 19,000. 27,100 is the total depreciation for 3 years. But this was as per WDV, and now we'll do as per SLM method at the rate of 10%. At the rate 10%. At the rate 10%. Asset value 1 lakh less depreciation at the rate 10%. But in SLM method, depreciation will be same, that is 10,000. 10,000, 90,000 WDV. Less debt at the rate 10%. 10,000 will get WDV 80,000. And final year depreciation at the rate 10%, 10,000 will get the final WDV 70,000. So the total depreciation as per SLM method is 30,000, that is 10,000 into 3. So how to adjust it in the books of accounts that we have if we change from WDV to SDV, that means we have paid excess of depreciation, we have charged excess of depreciation in our books. So how to show it, because already we have charged 27,100, the remaining part, that is 2,900, we have to adjust in our books. So how to do that? It is given over here. See, recalculate the depreciation. Depreciation on retrospective basis and compare the amount of depreciation with the old amount of depreciation. If there is any surplus or deficit, so how to do that? If there is any surplus or deficit due to the change in the method of depreciation, how to charge it in the books of account. It is very simple. How to charge it in the books of account? It will be charged in the P&L account. Firstly, I write that it will be charged in P&L account, that is profit and loss account. But how? So we'll see. If deficiency, that means if we have to pay more. Deficiency means if we compare this both as per new, that is 30,000 minus 2,100, there is a deficiency. 30,000 minus, so there is a deficiency of 2,900. This 2,900 will be charged into the P&L account. How? So see how it will be charged. P&L account debit to asset account. How much? 2,900, 2,900. Okay, but if there is a surplus, what does surplus means over here? Assume this was SLM method as after changing, and we got 2,700, 27,100 less 30,000. So there is a surplus. Negative means surplus. Negative 2,900. So this is a surplus. So how to book surplus entry? How to charge surplus entry? So see, it is charged in this manner. Asset account debit to P&L account. Okay, I hope you all have understood this much. So para 21 is very important. This is a highly asked question in IPCC relating depreciation. So please be very sure about this, because this is very important. Please pause the video and copy it right now. I hope you all have copied this much. Please copy the entries. Hope you all have copied this para 21. This is very simple para. Para 23 is on the similar line, but very simple. See, then there is no need of any journal entries. Para 23 is change in the use life of asset. So how to calculate the depreciation? So see, firstly I will tell you what it is. Whenever there is a change in the use life, then unamortized depreciation value will be depreciated over the remaining use life. So firstly we'll write the paragraph, then I'll give you an example. Whenever there is a change in use life, then the unamortized value of depreciation will be, just wait, will be depreciated over the use life, over the remaining useful life, over the remaining useful life of the asset. So what does this mean? I'll give you an example. I'll write the example over here. I'll not flip the pages. Example: an asset is purchased for rupees 1 lakh rupees. Use life is, say, will take 10 years for simple calculation, and you purchase and use life is 10 years. So you were calculating depreciation as per SLM. No, we'll not take SLM method, we'll take the normal depreciation method. Depreciation is equal to 1 lakh. There is no scrap value, so less 0 divided by use life, will get 10,000 as the depreciation for each year. Okay, so till third year end, this was the case. Okay, after third year, it was decided that the remaining use life has increased to 10 years again. Okay, so the total is 3 years plus 10 years, that means 13 years. So we'll not divide 1 lakh by 13. How we'll do? Firstly, for 3 years we have calculated depreciation. How much? We have calculated 30,000. How? 10,000 into 3 years comes to 30,000. So for remaining unamortized amount of depreciation, so unamortized amount of depreciation is equal to 1 lakh minus 30,000, which is equal to 70,000. So the 70,000 will be further divided into 10 years. How? So therefore the further depreciation will be done like this, is equal to 70,000 less scrap value 0, 10 years. So therefore the depreciation for the remaining 10 years will be 7,000, not 10,000. Okay, for first 3 years it was 10,000. After third year it is decided that the use life has increased to again 10 years. But it was actually 7 years, it has increased to 10 years. So I hope you all have understood it now. So firstly, please copy para 23. If you want, please copy this also. Will give you a better understanding. I hope you all have copied this much. Please copy the remaining. Okay, so we'll